What's good, YouTube? It's your boy 2K here. As always, another educational session. Right now I got on Cool G Rap, and I know for a fact you little millennial niggas have no idea who Cool G Rap is. And I use the words of your king. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Young Yachty, Lil Boat, whatever. That motherfucker said, "We are not rappers, we're entertainers, we're rock stars." So that told you right there that these young niggas today don't give a fuck about the history of hip-hop. Much like you casuals in boxing don't give a fuck about boxing history, right? Very, very similar comparison there. Anywho, this video, man, we're going to talk about Orlando Salido and Vasyl Lomachenko rematch. Yes, I put Orlando Salido's name first because he beat that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Vasyl Lomachenko has not beaten Orlando Salido yet, so Orlando's name come first. Now, shout out to my man Chris H from Four Corners Boxing. He told us a few days ago, and Chris is usually on point. You know what I'm saying? When he says something's about to go down, it's about to go down, because he's usually talking to a lot of these camps. You know what I'm saying? He's on the phone with them, he's in the gym with them, and he's getting inside information. He says that Vasyl Lomachenko and Orlando Salido, that rematch is confirmed for August in Los Angeles, possibly, right? Possibly in Los Angeles, but it is confirmed in August. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that because I've always said that Vasyl Lomachenko is definitely a pound-for-pound fighter, but there's an issue with ranking him very high, especially ranking him #1. That's extreme. That's an extreme no. You know what I'm saying? But there's an issue with ranking him really high, and that is we have not seen him defeat the high pressure / bully type of style such as Orlando Salido's. Actually, we've seen him lose to that style. I don't give a fuck if it was his second pro fight. Hell, that has nothing to do with it. Top Rank put him in there with that dog. You know what I'm saying? That's how they ran his career. We don't just give him a pass and say, "Oh, you never really lost. It was your second fight." No, nigga, that's what happened. And it went on his fucking record as a loss. So we cannot bypass that. We have to hold him accountable and say, "Yo, until you beat a style of that nature, okay, you will be penalized as far as pound-for-pound status." You understand? Now, a lot of niggas talk about his accolades, and I've already told you, man, Noye did the shit 3 years prior, you know, to when Vasyl Lomachenko became a 2-time champion in 2 weight classes. Noye did that shit a long time ago. Motherfucker, and when people were saying Lomachenko's a beast because he did that, and Noye is in Japan chilling with like 5 bitches talking about, "Man, I did that shit like 3 years ago, fam." You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And Noye's opponents, while doing it, were much better than Vasyl Lomachenko's opponents, okay? Noye beat Adrian Hernandez, who was the WBC champion at that time. And then he beat Omar Narvaez, a guy who was dominating at that time, a dominant champion who had only lost to Nonito Donaire when he moved up to bantamweight. He was too big for the goddamn weight. I mean, too small for the weight. Nonito was too big for the weight. Omar was too small for the weight. And he still only lost by unanimous decision, right? Meanwhile, Noye knocked his bitch ass out in the 2nd round. So, come on, man. That's a huge accolade that nobody is talking about because they don't fucking know. These guys are impersonating as fans, you know, or as enthusiasts. Let me say that. They're impersonating as enthusiasts. The guy you talk to all the time on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you know, that got his fingers handy at Google. Any question you ask him or any situation he's involved in, a nigga sitting there Googling, you know what I'm saying, to try to sound smart over social media. That's who that motherfucker is. He don't know. That's why he don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's wrong with boxing, man. We got to be in tune with all the divisions, and it's hard. You know, a lot of my subscribers aren't in tune with all the divisions. But one thing I can say about my viewers and my subscribers, they watch my channel, and there are others out there that talk about the little guys, but they watch my channel and they get educated. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody needs to do. Hell, even sometimes I need to get educated on motherfuckers. And I got my people, real true boxing historians that I fuck with, that educate me well. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, Noye is already done what Vasyl Lomachenko did. Vasyl, in doing it, he beat Gary Russell, a guy who had an asterisk next to his name. At the time when they fought, we weren't sure if Gary Russell was the real deal. Hell, I can even tell you a lot of people were saying Gary Russell was a C-level fighter at that time, simply because he hadn't fought anybody. He fought a lot of motherfuckers that were bums and, you know, average guys. And he beat Rocky Martinez, who Rocky Martinez is a 3-time WBO champion, right? But the problem with that is the only fight that was really meaningful, where he won the WBO title, was against Orlando Salido, ironically, right? He lost it twice, won it 3 times, lost it again to fucking Vasyl Lomachenko. The first 2 times was against a guy named Nicky Cook. That was the first time he won the WBO title. Nicky Cook is not a good fighter. And then the second one was a guy named Miguel Beltran, another guy who's not really a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? So he's won the WBO title 3 times at 130, 3-time champion, but 2 of those times was against limited opposition. So how good is Rocky Martinez really? I'll tell you, go look at him fight before he fought Vasyl Lomachenko. He's not that good of a fighter. B-. Even though he's a 3-time champion at 130, if you look at his skills and look at who he won titles off of in the first 2 times he won them, right? B- level fighter, easy. He's not better than Omar Narvaez, and he's not better than Adrian Hernandez, okay? Gary Russell's better than Adrian Hernandez now, and he's better than Omar Narvaez now. But when Vasyl Lomachenko fought him, he was probably only better than Hernandez, but he definitely wasn't better than Omar Narvaez. And of course, I'm talking respective in their respective divisions. You know, Omar Narvaez was a highly accomplished fighter, a guy that even, like I said, Nonino Donaire couldn't knock out, but Inoue slept him in 2. So man, you got to give Inoue his credit. I mean, it's ridiculous how Vasyl gets all this credit, but Inoue doesn't. And I talked about doing a video on this before, and I'll probably regurgitate the same information just to pound it through y'all motherfuckers' heads. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Nicholas Walters, that fight right there. Walters fought Jason Sosa in November of 2015. Then he fights, December of 2015. Then he fights Loma November of 2016. When they announced the fight 3 months out, I saw a picture of Nicholas Walters. This motherfucker was easily 170 pounds, easily, fat as fuck, and this is 3 months out. He wasn't training during his layoff. He sat on the couch and did what Billy Ho does, was eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck he was doing for that 11 months, or, well shit, it was 3 months out, so we'll say 8 months that he was off. He was eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and he had Cheetos in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, the nigga's not in shape. So, I mean, I do give Vasyl Lomachenko full credit for that win, but Nicholas Walters was not at 100%. We all know this. You know what I'm saying? And it's his fault because he quit. He should have never quit. And he should never took the fight without getting a tune-up first, to be honest with you. But I give Vasyl full credit because he quit. But if he beats Orlando Salido, man, right now I have him in my top 10 pound-for-pound list. I haven't done a pound-for-pound list since before Roman Gonzalez lost to Rungvisai. So I'm going to reevaluate that. There's been some shakeups. Of course, he lost. Sergey Kovalev has lost twice. There's been some shakeups on a pound-for-pound list, so I'm going to release that. But before that Roman Gonzalez loss, I have Vasyl in my top 10. What I can tell you right now, for sure, number 1 is Andre Ward. Number 2 is Terrence Crawford. Those 2 are fucking locked in. And I can tell you, I still got Naoya Inoue above Vasyl Lomachenko because he's done the same shit he's doing, but he stayed undefeated. They both were 2-time champions in 10 fights or less. One was undefeated, one isn't, and the other one had better opposition when he did it, when they both did it. So I'm putting Naoya Inoue above Vasyl Lomachenko. I don't give a fuck about all you Loma fanboys out there. Get mad and hit the dislike button. But Naoya Inoue is going in front of him on my pound for pound list until somebody whoops his ass, which it ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Oh, and dude is looking at getting a Roman Gonzalez fight if Roman Gonzalez beats Rung Vasyl, which is gonna put him even more ahead of Vasyl Lomachenko. Possibly. And then he's talking about going to 118 to challenge Shinsuke Yamanaka, which puts him even more ahead of Vasyl Lomachenko. Shinsuke Yamanaka is number 9 pound for pound fighter in the world according to Ring magazine. I mean, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get your boxing knowledge up, people. Real talk. Anyway, but if he beats Orlando Salido, I will definitely, without a doubt, put him in the top 5, and he's probably already in my top 5 when I reevaluate the list. But this is something that I've been waiting on with Vasyl. He's got to beat the high pressure bully type of style in Orlando Salido. It's got to happen. All right, YouTube dudes, you do in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this fight. But be real. This is real talk for real fans. 1.